Let's have a look on one of the best Mordred builds in Smite 2 for both solo and arena. Mordred is one of the best solo laners in Smite 2 right now, and apart from being very strong, he is also very fun to play. The key element to play Mordred at his full potential is to enable his aspect ability. Normally, Mordred can use the jump button to dash forward after he casts an ability or basic attack. Enabling his aspect will lower this dash's damage and will remove the knock-up effect, but it will now reset its cooldown every time you land an ability on an enemy god. Very early on, his wave clear is quite fast and his trading potential can be incredibly high. In this build we will focus into boosting his ability's damage while being super tanky in order to be able to initiate first and deal as much damage as possible while we're doing so. These builds are all formed by researching high-ranking players' match history and being tested in both arena and conquest matches. You can find many more interesting builds on our website, linked in the description. Our starter item will always be the Bluestone for its great early sustain effect and its bonus damage based on the enemy's current HP passive once you have upgraded. Our goal for our final build is to acquire at least 50 cooldown reduction, which is translated into 33% cooldown reduction, have heavy protections relevant to the enemy team gods, and when we are done we have to make sure that we have the 2 core items that works perfectly with Mordred's kit, giving him sustain utility and damage through his abilities. These 2 core items that we need to have are the Shield of the Phoenix and the Gladiator's Shield. Shield of the Phoenix will heal you every time you hit an ability based on your maximum HP, making it a great item for Mordred since he has such a low cooldown abilities kit. And Gladiator's Shield is a key item that will make our abilities damage to scale with our protections. Sadly, in order to win your lane, you can't follow a blind recipe build. You will have to adjust the order at which item you will buy first depending on the situation you are currently into. For your first item, especially in arena, you can consider taking Prophetic Cloak that will boost all your defenses massively once it is fully stacked. Once every 5 seconds when you damage an enemy god, you gain 1 stack of protection that corresponds to the type of damage that god deals. You will need 20 stacks of physical protections and 20 stacks of magical protections and unlock its second form that will give you additionally 15 protections and up to 12% damage mitigation. I did all this intro because if you think you won't be able to fully stack it, you can pick up Shield of Phoenix instead as your first item. For the second item, if you are against a physical damage god, you can take the Gladiator Shield and finish with your core items. On the other hand, if you are against a magical damage god, it is unwise to pick up Gladiator Shield this early on because it will provide you only with physical protection. What you can take instead is a magical protection item like the Talisman of Purification, which will also provide you with bonus HP, 10 cooldown reduction and a cleansing active ability that most of the times it will prove extremely useful. At some point you should also build the Glorious Pridewin. Glorious Pridewin will help you reach the optimal 50 cooldown reduction with its huge 20 cooldown rate stat and will also boost both magical and physical protections. Its active will also provide you with a small shield and some damage that will scale again with your protections. Runusang is an excellent choice anytime in the game if you think you will need its anti-heal power. Stone of Binding will give you solid protections and you will be able to trigger its passive every time you land your ultimate. And finally, if it is more damage that you are looking for, you can go for the Old Thorn Spear that will reduce the enemy's physical protections not only for you but for your teammates as well. Again, the only thing that you should have in mind is that you need to reach at least 50 cooldown reduction and get the 2 core items at some point in the game. Other than that, building tank is extremely situational depending on the enemies you are facing. And that's pretty much it for the best items for Mordred in Smite 2 for both Conquest and Arena. If you like these videos and you want me to continue this series, it is important to me to leave a like or maybe a sub, since my channel is currently pretty small. That said, thank you for watching and see you on the next video.